So the new film, Masters of the Universe, I thought this was quite enjoyable. Even if I'm not a fan of this franchise, I think it does enough here to make it worth checking out, despite this not being a relevant franchise in over 4 decades. Despite me not having no ties to this franchise, I thought it was odd for Hollywood to bring this back because He-Man or any of the characters, besides a film like this, is really geared towards the hardcore fan base. And quite frankly, I just don't see this being all that successful at the box office. Anyway, the story of this is about a young man named Adam who is looking for the Sword of Power. When he finds it, he heads back to his home world, Eternia, where he ends up facing off against Skeletor and his evil forces. Yeah, for sure, this was entertaining. And while this film won't appeal to everyone out there, it does have a lot of interesting things going on throughout its runtime. And while some fans out there will say that this is too goofy, it's too lighthearted, I don't really think it's that bad in my own opinion. Despite me not really knowing much about this franchise, I do know there was a film that came out back in 1987, and people have been saying that that's awful, and they comparing it to this, they saying that this film is much better. Still though, I did like the acting here. I thought that Nicholas Galitzine did such a great job portraying Adam, aka He-Man. The first time he transforms into that character, it's like seeing Bruce Banner transform into the Hulk for the first time. It's very special. It did really well in that scene. And then seeing Camila Mendes did such a great job. Her relationship with her father, Man-at-Arms, I thought it was nice. Speaking of which, Idris Elba did such a great job portraying this character. There's a lot they do with that character. I thought, that's pretty cool. And then just seeing all the action scenes I thought was great. And then there's also the music. I liked it. The cinematography was done really well. And then to see that Jared Leto had played Skeletor, I was thinking to myself, he's going him up. He does, but he doesn't go over the top. I did like this villain here. Probably the best villain that Jared Leto has played. And considering that he has some funny moments, I'm like, if they do a sequel, then I would like to see that character return. Overall, when it comes down to it, this one isn't awful, though at the same time a lot of people are probably going to skip this because, like I said earlier, it's a franchise that hasn't been relevant in a few decades. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. Honestly, if this would have came out 10 to 15 years ago, I think people would be more interested in something like this. Now, there are 2 post-credit scenes after the movie is over, teasing the future, but it remains to be seen if a sequel does happen because, for sure, this is going to flop at the box office. It's just there's not enough here for people who are not familiar with this franchise to go check this out at the cinema. Another thing that I want to point out, there are several funny moments throughout which might rub some fans the wrong way, considering that this is not a serious interpretation of these characters. Though at least it does have several memorable moments that does make it worth watching. And that's my review of Masters of the Universe. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.